Hi guys, this is Maddie back with another video, and I thank you guys for even, sticking around there. I know it's been forever and I'm so sorry, but please believe I am most definitely back, and I will be posting once to twice a week, so you guys stay tuned for that, and let's get started. So I start off with just a fresh face and brows. I did do the brows on camera as well. However, that was just a very long process. So I do know that most definitely I will be posting that as a tutorial all on its own. But I'm just showing the e.l.f. liquid highlight there that I put underneath my foundation after moisturizing my face. It just gives me kind of an inner glow. It's in the shade Rose Gold. Then I go to just blending that out with standard beauty supply store blender. As you guys will come to see with even all of my upcoming tutorials, everything will be drugstore, because I know how it is when whether you be a college student or even fresh out of high school, and you look at all these tutorials and it's just brand name after brand name after brand name. Then when you hit Sephora, the prices just crush your soul. Okay, so yeah, I already know that struggle. So when you broke, yeah, get at me. Now I'm coming in with the Fit Me foundation, Maybelline, and I got the colors 340 and 355. So on a pale day, I am 340 most definitely, but as you're going to see, leading into these summer days, then I'm gonna become more 355-ish, or probably darker. But yeah, on the lower half of my face, then I just use the darker shade. On the high points I use the lighter shade, and you will see how this unfolds. As you can see, my earrings are subtly getting on my nerves. I don't know who I thought I was, but trying to do the whole earring with makeup. And yep, those earrings came right off. So yeah, and after an additional 25 to 30 minutes of blending, we came to this, to where I look kind of like a carrot, which, that's the thing about drugstore, is that, it takes a lot more because of the darker shades being more orange, reddish undertone, but you'll see it all come together. And now I'm coming in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade of Toffee. And usually, I mean, if I'm going for a highlighter, like a light look, then I'll put, fawn on top of it, because it's technically, a highlighting shade for me that's not white-ish looking. So, but I just use Toffee for this video because I'm trying to do something subtle, not too out there. And as you can see, I'm just going in blending it out. I end up eventually adding a little bit more because I didn't feel like I got the coverage with the first layer, but with the second, I most definitely just got, the look I was looking for. And while I'm blending this, I know you all notice, because I noticed when looking at it, is that my edges are completely laid. Okay, if I do say so myself. So I do know that I already have a baby hair tutorial on my channel, but if you want to update it once, smash that like button and even leave a comment, and I'll most definitely get on that for you guys. But now I'm just going in with the LA Girl Pro HD setting powder in the shade. It's like that banana yellow shade, because I started off, when I first started off, then I used the translucent shade and the white shade that was supposed to be invisible to everybody, but it just left a casting. It looked kind of, I don't know, it just left kind of an ashy look that I didn't really like. So when I saw LA Girl came out with that shade, then it was a relief, because it does the trick. And yes, now I'm just showing, and let me just let you guys know in advance, every attempt of me showing you guys like stuff is gonna be a fail when it comes to the focus. But don't worry, everything's gonna be in the description, and I'm here to explain it. So I'm just using an e.l.f. brush. I know I showed the Emax brushes, but I'll be using that for everything else. But right then, I just used the e.l.f. brush to brush all that off. And then I just popped up with the black Radiance Yes, the Black Radiance True Complexion Soft Focus Finishing Powder in the shade Milk Chocolate, and I found that to be a beautiful contour shade when you're not going for anything too, wild or fantabulous. It's just something that, chisels your face and calls it a day. I also have the True Complexion Cream Contour Palette as well. I thought I was going to end up picking it up with this video, however, I ultimately did not. But, hey, one of the tutorials to come out, it'll most definitely make its appearance. So, yeah, I just felt like doing a powdered contour just to, speed things along, and it's more of a simpler look, nothing too complicated. So. Then you're just gonna go in and blend, blend, blend to your heart's desire. Then I just pick up one of those eyeshadow brushes from Emax and just using that to contour my nose. Now, usually I never contour my nose if I'm being 100% real with you guys, but I mean, it was just how it was looking in that little mirror I was holding. I just felt like my face was not, popping like it should. So I just had to add a little bit of dimension there, but now I'm just going in with some translucent powder just to brighten up underneath my jawbone to add some emphasis there. And I'm jumping back in with another Black Radiance product. Is the Artisian color Baked Blush, and the number 8306 Toasted Almond is the color. Now, it was a pleasant surprise using that for the first time. I mean, the video wasn't the first time using it, well, this video, but it's kind of like a reddish, and it looks like an actual blush. Like if like you just saw someone fine and they just made you start blushing, that's how your face would look. And I rock with that. So, yeah. Now I'm going in with the Pro Palette Magic Collection eyeshadow palette. Now you can pick this up honestly at any beauty supply store. If your beauty supply store does not have it, I just know that my local one has it, but you can just look it up if it does not. And none of the shades are named, unfortunately, but I was just pointing out that brick shade that usually is my default when it comes to, popping it in my crease there, or even as a buffing transition color. So yeah, I'm just going to put that in my crease and buff it out on both sides. And originally I was going for more or less a cocoa look. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I just dived off into something adventurous in this video, which is the beauty and the magicalness of this whole process. So I eventually end up with a soft plum look. So all worked out. And as you'll see when I post more, my setup will become a lot more organized when it comes to, because you know how my mirror keeps making its appearance. It's just, yeah, and then I had to fix that. Anyways, yeah, I'll become a lot more, down with the process so that you don't see me struggling, like trying to get angles to look at my blending process. Then I just use the flat, and now I'm picking up the Jacob and Eli Candy Peaches palette, and those shades are actually really beautiful. And I have the shade Fruity. It was a beautiful plum color that has some shimmer to it. Now all of these palettes, okay, well not the first one, but this palette I did get off of Amazon, and I mean it had some good reviews to it. I didn't honestly know what to expect when it came, but those colors are actually very pigmented and are very flattering when it comes to, very neutral looks, earth tone looks, things like that I gravitate to. So, I mean, they were very pigmented. So that Jacob and Eli palette was very nice, very nice. And I'm going to use that same shade, and this is just giving y'all a heads up because I know my camera is going to die, and I'm just going to finish up the final touches. It wasn't anything too drastic that I finished up with my time off, but I use that same plum shade to tightline my waterline and just underneath there to give it a dimensional effect. So, I mean, I don't even know if that was the right word I used for it, but you know, hey, we could just gonna roll with it. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna use that same shade to tightline my waterline, and that is just a little champagne highlight shade that I picked up from the Pro palette. That was in the beginning for where the brick shade came from. And now, honestly, you can use gold, you can use any that speaks to you. But that shade just spoke to me, so and I just used that to kind of separate my eyes a little bit because I mean I wouldn't consider my eyes to be close set, but I mean they're close enough for me, so I just like to give it that dimension and you know just separate them things. So just blend that for a little bit. And as you can see, boom. So it was like a whole lot of blending that went on while my camera was charging. So yeah, and then I popped on some lipstick, which is the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the color 85 Protector. Now that was a beautiful brown shade, and it's like, yeah, and it's hard to take off. So when it say ink, it's really ink. But for setting spray, I use the Shea Oil Control Matte Setting Spray. And with mascara, you can honestly use any mascara. I just use the usual drugstore. And the lashes were by Ardell, and they are Whispies. So, and there I just picked up the e.l.f. Illuminating palette. And I used out of there because it's like it comes with 4 shades. And it's the Brawn and Champagne shade that I used out of both of those. I just mixed them 2 together, just to give an interesting combination. And I'm not going to highlight too heavy here because I already did put the liquid underneath, which gives it kind of an inner glow. So I just felt like popping just a tiny bit, and I'm kind of singing there if you're wondering what's going on in that sped up process. But yeah, Hadia was playing the jam. So but anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna lightly highlight even the sides, and I got that from Yasmin, which I love her. So, you know, yeah, and I will put her in the description because her looks just give me life. And for eyelash glue, then I did use the Eye Envy by Kiss Super Strong Hold in the shade Clear. And that's the look, guys. If I missed anything, it'll most definitely be in the description box. But, you know, yeah, that's the look I came with. Very soft, plummy look. And, I mean, it leans more toward fall and we're coming in summer, but hey. But yeah, that's it, guys. I thank you so much for watching. If you did, you know, any suggestions as far as video wise, please most definitely leave it in the comments below and I'll get on it for you guys. Like I said, I'm back, and make sure to follow my social media, Snapchat, Instagram. Love you guys.